Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not like the Gaslight District. No, I'm kidding, I loved it. The show I did not like was Murder Drones. It's not like I hated it. And obviously I love the amazing digital circus. I do like some things about Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss, and also the new show Homestuck. I didn't really like the voice acting, the animation, and all that. Obviously, BC Pop is gonna be amazingly good, like for 2D. Like they're gonna have these musical numbers, and it's all gonna be flashy and oh my god, all over the top. It's just gonna be really good. Um, but at the end of the day, just having characters randomly swearing shows like for me it doesn't cut it. Like it's cringe for me. Like if you're gonna be a comedy show or whatever, like cool, but the moment you try to take yourself seriously because you're maybe a bit of comedy and you know a show that has actual development, and yes, you can have, be a comedy show and you can have development, but that's not something very common. That your main thing is comedy and you have development. You're either a mix or you're like almost no comedy. Like you can have a joke here and there. And I know that Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss are like kind of in between. They're a mix of like comedy and edgy puns and sex jokes and all that. But also like there's a story, character development. Sorry, my pronunciation is getting worse because I'm getting sleepy and drama and all that. And I don't know, like here's how, in my opinion, is done well. In Final Fantasy VII, the original, I don't know if in the sequel it is that way, but they probably like they fucked it up. Oh my god, I did swear I said something edgy. There's a character called Barrett, right? He's like a black dude, like he's really like big and strong and all that. Oh my god, you're going gay. And he has like a cannon or whatever, but he swears a lot. In fact, I think he's the only character that swears, right? But obviously, since there's no actual swearing in the game, when he's like swearing, quote unquote, all you see is like symbols and all that, so you have to guess, or you don't even guess. You're like, oh, he's swearing, he's going on a rant. He has the syndrome, Tourette syndrome, haha, funny or whatever. And it's like quirky. Like a lot of people may find it cringe, but I find it quirky. Like I don't know. For me, it's interesting, right? And in my opinion, that's how you make it work. Oh, well, so the only way a character can swear if they can't really swear because it's censored. No, it's just make it interesting, make it make sense, make it unique, or just there must be a reason why a character is swearing. Not like, oh, he's setting up for a joke. Oh, there's the joke. He's swearing. I had sex with 100 uh, guys and girls, and now I have herpes. And then he starts saying like, ass, 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 and then he continues swearing like it's just for me that's retarded. Real talk, that ass. I don't know. I just don't like it. Like I watch South Park. I have fun with that show, and they're swearing and stuff. I watch a lot of shows where there's like non-stop swearing, but for me, unless the show is comedy, it doesn't work. It just doesn't. It doesn't, right? And I repeat, I don't know if I said it before because maybe I'm high on autistic or whatever and retarded, but when there's like a serious moment, I won't be able to take it seriously because like you're probably gonna kill the mood with like just a random joke or like a sex joke or like just randomly swearing, right? F this, F that, like it's not gonna work. Like there's a character in a show that's just like cool and all that, and then they go like, oh shit. They're like, oh wow, maybe it was like a joke or a moment or like, wow, look at this. But I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping because I'm sleepy and always sleepy when I'm making these videos. So it's more real and authentic. But I don't know. I'm not really looking forward to season two of Has Been Hotel. I mean, I'll see the episodes and I'll probably enjoy it. But it's just not. It doesn't. It hits different. Like shows like for me, Gaslight District, and I repeat, I did not like Murder Drones, but like the Amazing Digital Circus, and going back to the Gaslight District, even though he has crap, I had a name in the tip of my tongue. It reminded me of those films. I had the name of the guy who makes those films, like the one where there's like, is it called A Nightmare Before Christmas? Or something like that, where there's like this character who's like Jack Skellington, who has this creepy art style. It reminded me a lot of that. My dad used to love those films. And there's the one that like My Dog is Frankenstein or something. I'm tripping. I don't remember the name. Tim Burton. Tim Burton. That's the dude who makes those films. He reminded me a lot of like Tim Burton stuff. I was like, oh, I went nostalgic, and that wasn't the only reason I liked it. The art style obviously was different, was exciting, was fresh, right, compared to the stuff that Glitch does, and also like the themes and the plot is it was unique, and obviously like I don't know, I was really into it. I'm excited. Hopefully they continue it. I know it's not as popular as the Amazing Digital Circus, but I could end up liking it way more than the Amazing Digital Circus. Like a lot of things, like I just loved it. I loved it, and it's very edgy and stuff. But it doesn't need to be all violent, you know. And maybe they have strict rules on glitch or whatever about violence and swearing. But I loved it. I adored it. Like, I had a blast. And the funny thing is that I was tripping and I it's just the video it just kept switching languages and because YouTube was glitching when I was watching it for the first time, and I was so mesmerized that I didn't really hit like I didn't really go back. I didn't really rewind and watch it like in English. I was just like, oh no, I gotta watch it fully. So I was just like changing in the middle, so I lost a lot of dialogues, but it was just I loved it. I loved it. Obviously, the Amazing Digital Circus has really good animation. It has a lot of stuff that I adore, and we're waiting for that really controversial episode 7. I don't know if it's gonna have politics or something like gay or something. Even though that wouldn't really be controversial to me. Sorry, I'm having pronunciation issues because I'm sleepy and I'm high on crack. Kidding, not kidding. Obviously kidding. Uh, but so far it's been intriguing. I feel like every episode of the Amazing Digital Circus is a different experience. And again, I know the inside joke is that you're not allowed to swear there, right? And I do not know if the whole reason for that is because Glitch demanded it be that way or YouTube is weird or because I don't know, because the creator Goosework thought it would be funny or quirky. But whatever the case, it's better this way. Now I speculate. I have mentioned that it is probably YouTube, or maybe they had a deal because they want the show to be seen by more people, and if it doesn't have swearing, then well even like kids can watch it. Well, not kids, but like well, I mean kids can watch it. I guess I don't know. It does have some pretty mature themes, but it doesn't have anything extreme. It's really like it does a lot of Jedi mind tricks with its content, right? It's not really gory or it's not really like explicitly dark, but it is edgy, and I use that term a lot. A lot of times when I say edgy, it means it's cool. A lot of times it depends on the context, right? In the context, guys, A lot of times when I say something's edgy, I'm making fun of it. I think it's cringe, but in this context, I think it's really cool. You know, with the whole abstract thing and all that, and we all want to know what's gonna happen to Jax. Obviously, Jax is my favorite character, and if I'm not mistaken, he's the favorite of the creator of Goosework. And something I forgot is that for me, a lot of characters in the shows of Busy Pop they lack charisma. For example, Stolas, like at the end of the show, right? Because I did watch it. I mean, it's not finished, but still. But not at the end of the show, but like at the end of like season 2 or something, one of those episodes, Sinsmas or something. I don't remember the episode, the name or whatever. Like, well, it wasn't at the end. It was when he starts living with Blitz that he becomes like a whiny crybaby. Like, just he becomes like a caricature. Like, oh my God, I have to eat this. Oh my God, why can't I eat my caviar or caviar or however you pronounce it? Why can't I eat imported food? Oh, and I have a butler. Like they try to make it like funny, but it's like annoying. Oh, I had to work. Oh, dear me. Like I just I don't know that there's a thing where if a show has a lot of like random swearing and sex jokes, then he has no substance, and the plot isn't really that cool, and the characters aren't really that interesting. If it's supposedly a mix between comedy and like real talk, real stuff, it just kills the whole. Well, it's a killjoy actually. It kills all the joy, and it makes me wanna press the X on the Explorer on the internet thingy. I just take a nap because I'm stressed because it's boring and it puts me to sleep. But as I said, there's a lot of stuff I do like about the shows from Busy Pop, but I just find their characters to be inconsistent. Like when it comes to even even though the Amazing Digital Circus is wacky, like the characters they remain consistent in a way, even though they're like wacky and stuff, especially Kinger, right? Because sometimes he's like, oh, super mature and all that, and then suddenly he's like crazy and goofy. But like, it's consistent, and Jax is like an asshole that is like that likes to play jokes and pranks and stuff. But he also has these moments where he's like, okay, he pushes people away from him and stuff. And you can notice that he was like that from the beginning. So it didn't come out of nowhere. He shows signs that he really doesn't like he's really wary of people or something, or he has some trauma. Like he showed, if you pay attention to the whole show, it was obvious that this wasn't made like on the go. It was like planned. Like things were planned. And if you're watching like Helva Boss and Has Been Hotel, you can tell that a lot of it is just like it's not planned. It's just like I'm making an episode. Okay. And what's gonna happen then? Do you have plans for what's gonna happen in the next episode? How does it connect to the previous one? I don't know. I'm gonna come up with a random idea and we're gonna see what's gonna happen, but I have no idea. Like whatever comes, it comes. There's a relation or a correlation between the previous episode and the next episode, and if the characters remain consistent, it's purely a coincidence. It's just merely a coincidence, and that I find cringe. Like I believe that whenever the characters in the shows by Visipop start acting like mature and interesting, that is like an error, a glitch, a bug that is not supposed to happen. That is an accident. Like when they start showing development, real development, and they start becoming likable, that's an accident. That no, that's a flaw. It wasn't planned to be this way. Making characters likable, I think, like a lot of characters in that show are really like unlikable. Like, I mean, I do like certain moments from Blitz and all that, but a lot of time they're just so loud and annoying and just cringe and retarded and obnoxious. It's just, oh my god. And yeah, you can kind of make the argument for like some of the times with Kane on the Digital Circus and Kinger and all that, and maybe Jax. But I don't really. It doesn't feel that way, right? It just doesn't. Like, trust me, they're not loud, obnoxious. Like, Kane is like random. He's like, oh, he's just random. He's random. And Kinger is like, sometimes he's crazy, sometimes he's cool, but he's also like random. Same with Jax. He can be like just a prankster, just making jokes, and then he can become like a complete douchebag. Like he can like go nuts. And in a way, of course, that's also random. But I don't really like. I don't really find it extremely annoying. I couldn't like, yeah, maybe be annoyed, but they're supposed to annoy you at some point. But I also laugh a lot, and it's just I find it funny, like for me, the Amazing Digital Circus is the way, like it's the how to make your characters over the top and enjoyable because like it's not. I don't feel like it's forced. It goes off naturally, right? And you enjoy it, and it just everything flows, everything is connected, everything makes sense. Everything is justified. Like there's a reason why Kane acts like a psychopath, like he's crazy, right? Because he doesn't understand people. There's a reason, right, why Kinger sometimes he acts crazy, but then he acts sane. It's because a lot of trauma, a lot of stuff that happened to him. There's a reason why Jax is a bully, and even though we don't know the full extent of it, we're gonna learn, right? But everything makes sense. And I just feel that because everyone's swearing, everyone is acting like very samey, then a lot of times when characters are speaking in Has Been Hotel and all that from Busy Pop, you can really tell who's who and what's what. Like, yeah, you can tell from the voices, but like, I don't know, they just sometimes they just blend in and you really stop caring. You're like, you become a zombie. Oh, good animation. Me enjoy. Me not care what character's saying. Now, the original title of this video was gonna be I Was Right. Even though, of course, I was right. I'm always right. I'm never wrong. 100% of the time. All my videos are like gospel. But I made a really bad mistake and I made a misunderstanding. I thought something and it was really retarded. So thankfully, I wasn't able to have the chance to put out a retarded video where I start speaking just nonsensical stuff, even though I did, but stuff that is not true, that are like lies because I got confused. I thought I got confused with who made certain shows, whether it was Glitch or whether it was like Gooseworks or Busy Pop or whatever. And I was gonna say, aha! So Goosework, even though yes, I did say in the past, they wanted to make a show where there's characters swearing and all that, but maybe it was because of rules that they weren't able to, which I still stand by that, of course. But I was like, oh, I have proof. I have, and I didn't really have proof. I just got confused because I'm retarded. But yeah, I mean that's it. I'm getting tired. Um, well, yeah, it was a nice chat. Have a nice day and go get bent over.